Hello, kindergarten friends. Welcome to Miss Abel's kindergarten reading class. Our lessons in this series are brought to you from the Tennessee Foundational Skills Curriculum Supplement. And our objectives for Lesson 10 are as follows. For today's lesson, you'll need several small crayons. You'll need a green, a red, yellow, orange, and a blue crayon. You'll need your work mat, 6 cubes or small items. You'll need worksheet 10.1, 10.2, and 10.3. If you need to secure any of those items, pause the video now, run and retrieve those items, and come back and join me for the lesson. Today's lesson is centered around phonological awareness. For our warm-up activity, we will begin with counting on our fingers. Fingers ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Fingers ready again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last time. Fingers ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Marvelous job. Marvelous job. For our next warm-up activity, we will be looking at different shapes in a game called What Is This? What is this? Switch it over to where we can see. And for this activity, I'm going to be using my whiteboard. And I will draw a line or a shape on the whiteboard, and you're going to guess what it is. Ready? So what is this? I draw a line that goes up and down my paper. What type of line is that? If it goes up and down my paper, that would be, did you say it? That's right. This would be a vertical line. Vertical lines go up and down our paper, similar to this one. So this is a vertical line. Great job. Take that one off. Let's see. Our next line goes back and forth across our paper this way. So a line that goes back and forth across our paper is what type of line? That's right. This is a horizontal line. A horizontal line goes back and forth across the paper. Did you get that one? Say it with me. Horizontal. Horizontal line. Magnificent. Took that one off. My next shape looks like this. Oops. My next shape looks like this. What is that shape called? That's right. This one is a circle. A circle. And for these, we started here and we went to the left and we drew it around and back to the top. And that made our circle. Awesome job with that. This one off. I have another one for our What Is This game? You ready? Uh-oh. There it is. For this one, I'm going to start at this is the top of my paper. This is what would this side down here be? This would be the bottom of my paper, the left, and the right. And this area is the what? That's right, the middle. The camera keeps going blurry. There we go. So for this one, I'm going to start at the top on the left, and I'm going to make a line that is slanted across my paper. What are those slanted lines called? That's right, diagonal lines. And diagonal lines can go from here to here. They can also come from the other side. That would also be a diagonal line. So these are diagonal lines. Well, that was a fun game, playing What Is This? And we've reviewed horizontal lines that go across the page back and forth, vertical lines that go up and down our page, a circle on our page, and these diagonal lines. What a great job you all did with that. For our next activity, we will need our work mat and our blocks. And for our next activity is hearing words and phrases in sentences. And we're going to use our cubes to indicate when we hear different words in those sentences or phrases. So when we hear an individual word, we will move the cube onto our mat. Starting over here, of course, with our green dot, we will move the cube here, and we will move our cubes towards the red dot on the other side. So our cubes are off. I think I'm actually going to put these on this side. Might be a little easier for you all to be able to see. I have lots of things on my desk today for us to enjoy today. So with that, we're going to start. I will say this sentence first, and I'll say it very slowly. And then after we've had time to think about it, then we'll move our cubes onto our work mat. Scoot this up a little bit so I can see. Okay, ready? So for the first one, our first sentence is, we sit on chairs. We sit on chairs. Ready? For each word that you hear, we're going to slide a cube. I'm going to say it again. You say it with me this time. Ready? We sit on chairs. Great job! You should have 4 cubes on your mat now. We sit on chairs. Remember how we cleared our boards before? Whoosh, back to the bottom. Our next sentence, the plant has leaves. The plant has leaves. You have your cubes ready? Say it with me this time. The plant has leaves. Nice job. The plant has leaves. The plant has leaves. Fantastic job with that. Let's clear our boards. Whoosh, back to the bottom. Our next sentence, each girl has 5 grapes. Each girl has 5 grapes. Let's do it with our cubes. Ready? Say it with me. Each girl has 5 grapes. Each girl has 5 grapes. How many words in that sentence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 words. Let's clear boards back. Ready? Whoosh them all back to the bottom. Our next sentence is, the boys like to swing. The boys like to swing. Ready? Ready with our cubes. The boys like to swing. The boys like to swing. Terrific job with that. Let's whoosh our cubes back to the bottom. Our next sentence, pears and plums are fruit. Pears and plums are fruit. Very good. Ready with our cubes? My camera keeps going out of focus. I'm putting the cubes up here to get it back into focus for us. Ready? Pears and plums are fruit. Say it with me. Pears and plums are fruit. Pears and plums are fruit. Great job with that one. Whoosh them back down to the bottom. Last one. Last one. I ate hot dogs for lunch. I eat hot dogs for lunch. Ready? I eat hot dogs for lunch. I eat hot dogs for lunch. What a magnificent job you did with that activity. Push all those back down to the bottom. And we are ready for our next activity. Get these out of our way. And for our next activity, I have my friends, and we will do an activity. We'll do an activity called Stepping Forward for Words. Stepping Forward for Words. And for that, I'm going to need my friends, my little blocks that I made. All those set back up here. And for these sentences, again, we're going to be listening for individual words. But when you hear the individual words, I'm going to have you to stand up, and we're going to let you step forward for each word that you hear. So you'll be standing up, and every time that you hear me say a new word, you will take one big giant step forward. So have lots of room in front of you. So for these, you will be taking one giant step forward, and I will take my pretend friends here and I will move them one step for each word that we hear. I'll move a different friend forward so that we can see those as if they were stepping forward with you, right? Fantastic. First sentence. Ready? Birds can sing and lay eggs. That's a long one. Are you ready? Are you ready to step? I'm going to say it more slowly this time, and each time I say a different word, you at home take a big giant step forward, and I will move one of our friends one step for each word. Ready? Birds. Just take a step forward. Good job. Birds can sing and lay eggs. You should have taken lots of giant steps forward. You should have taken birds can sing and lay eggs. 6 steps forward that time. Great job. Okay, go back to your starting place. We're ready for our next sentence. Put all of our friends back on the side. Cats like to play and purr. Are you ready? Here we go. Cats like to play and purr. Great job. You go back to your starting place again. Lots of room to take big giant steps when you hear these different words in these sentences. The next one, dogs like to bark and lick. Do you have any puppy dogs at your house? Do they like to bark and lick? So for our sentence, ready? Dogs like to bark and lick. Great job. Next sentence. Cats run up trees really fast. Cats run up trees really fast. Ready? You take one big step each time I say a word. Cats run up trees really fast. Did you take one big step each time you heard a different word? Awesome. Our next one. Cows eat grass and give milk. Ready? Cows eat grass and give milk. Great job. Last one. Last one. Back to the start. Good job. Ready? This one is, some bears like to eat bugs. Ready? Say it with me. Some bears like to eat bugs. Excellent. Each time you heard a new word, you took one big giant step forward. What a great job with that. All right, I'm going to move my friends, my pretend friends, out of my way. So for the next part of our lesson, you will need worksheet 10.1. Okay? And for our adult instructors, this portion of today's lesson will be a student performance task. So our kindergarten friends will be doing some different tasks. I will lead them through the task, and you will, as you watch these different tasks, you can take some notes on maybe where they're doing an outstanding job with these different skills. And there may be some areas that you may, as you watch them perform these different tasks, some of the skills they may possibly need a little more practice on. And if that's the case, we'll talk about at the end where we can find more practice if we need it. Okay. So with the first part of our assessment, we will start with part 1 on 10.1. So kindergarten friend, for this part of the activity, you'll need a crayon. Doesn't matter which color crayon, just grab any crayon will work. And once you have your crayon, there is, in this first box, you'll see a line. In this second box beside it, I want you, my kindergarten friend, to make a line like that. So in this box here, take your crayon and make a line in that box, like this one. Ready? Go ahead and I'll give you time to do that now. Put your finger on the next line. Now, the same happens here. In this box, I want you to make a line that looks like this one. So over here in this box, you make a line that looks like this one. I'll give you time to do that now. Now, we're going to look at this shape, and we're going to make one in this box to look like this one. Now, a line that looks like this in this box. And now, a line that looks like this one over in this box. Great. I'm going to set this piece of paper aside for a moment, and we're going to look on the back for part 2 of this. It should look like this. So hopefully you have a sheet that looks like this. And for this one, I'm going to give you some instructions on how we want to complete this side of the activity. So I want you to find your green crayon. Green crayon. Everyone have their green crayon? Hold it up. Let me see it. Green crayon. Ready? Fantastic. So with our green crayon, I want you to look at your sheet. I'm not going to point to it this time. Usually we do them together, right? But today it's all for you. You're going to get to do it all by yourself because you're such a big kindergarten friend now. So I want you to find on this sheet, I want you to take your green crayon and I want you to quickly color the box on the left. Color the box on the left green. Go ahead and do that now. I'll give you just a second to do that. The box on the left. Next, I want you to find your red crayon. Find your red crayon. And with your red crayon, I want you to quickly color the box on the right red. The box on the right, color it red. Next, I want you to find your yellow crayon. Yellow crayon. And I want you to color the box at the top box, yellow. I want you to quickly color the top box yellow. Next, find your orange crayon. Orange crayon. With your orange crayon, I want you to quickly color the middle box. The middle box orange. Box in the middle of your page, orange. Now find your blue crayon. And with your blue crayon, I would like for you to quickly color the bottom box blue. Quickly color the bottom box blue.